Yo, what's up, people? Smooth616 coming back at you with another 10 in 10. I believe this is volume 5. If you don't know what it is, it's just where I talk about 10 movies in 10 minutes. Maybe not necessarily the last 10 I've watched, but just 10 films I've viewed recently. And we'll get right into them here. Sorry for the shoddy camera work here. Get into some 555 here from Massacre video. Shot on video, gory slasher film, and it's an interesting take on the slasher genre because this film focuses more on the investigation, like the detective work into these murders, and basically what it is these murders start happening and they investigate them, and the MO is, you know, kind of something that's, you know, they recognize from the past and stuff like that, and then, you know, they kind of have to investigate and, you know, look into that, and, you know, and I thought the kills in it were actually pretty decent. They kind of show a little more right in the end of the movie. You know, the acting actually wasn't overly bad. I thought the detective was fucking hilarious in this movie, just the way he acted and stuff. But I was expecting the acting to be a lot worse than this, but it really wasn't. A little bit of titties in there. I thought, you know, like I said, I thought the kills were better in the end of the movie when they actually kind of re-showed them. But overall, it's not bad. If you don't like shot on video movies, I wouldn't recommend this. You know, but the sound quality wasn't that bad. Visually, yeah, it looks like it was shot on video, but I have seen worse from Camp Video, but this isn't overly bad. I do recommend it. Next up, I did talk about, mention I watched Chud 2. This is the second one. You know, simple plot. Couple guys basically reanimate this chud that the army has stowed away for some reason. He's like the last living one or something. They were trying to, you know, make some super soldiers, I believe, and they reanimate him in a bathtub with a hair dryer kind of deal. And, you know, it's basically it's a super goofy movie. Definitely not even close to as good as the first one, but I thought it was entertaining. It's, you know, it's a little dumbed down. Like it's not very gory at all. You know, but I thought some of the, you know, towards the end when all the chuds, you know, start invading the dance, I thought that was pretty entertaining, actually. Just the way they function like humans, but they're, you know, they're on a mission, and it was fun. I don't know, it is what it is, I guess. Chud 2. On to Waxburg. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed this film. I thought this was such a great premise. You know, it's about this Waxburg museum that's in basically a residential area, and a couple girls, you know, talk to this guy, invites him for a late night viewing and stuff. And basically what happens in this is that, you know, if you step over the rail line or whatever you want to call it into these wax scenes, you enter into that world. And basically what he's doing, he's trying to, I don't really want to give too much away on it, but I do highly recommend this film. I'm really curious to watch part 2 now. It's probably not as good as this one, but this is the Region 2 release of it. Some people watching this have probably seen my version of the Lionsgate 8 movie horror pack that I kind of did a goofy video on, but I definitely recommend this movie, Waxburg. It was really a lot of fun. Next up to Larry Cohen's The Stuff. Just cheesy, really good, fun movie. It's just basically about the stuff is like this kind of eatable ice cream, kind of delicious dessert kind of deal, and these guys find it and they market it and package it and stuff, and it's literally called The Stuff. And what it is the companies, they never actually investigated into it, and when you eat this stuff, it kind of does something to your mind, and, you know, it's got a really bizarre storyline to it. I thought, you know, the effects are kind of cheesy and stuff, but overall it looked pretty fun. And I gotta say, actually, the stuff in the film actually looked kind of good. I don't know what it was, but it looked decent enough to eat. I thought this movie was a lot of fun. I would definitely highly recommend The Stuff. Pretty fun stuff, no pun intended. And I didn't watch Fear. I watched Parents. I show this in an update, like most of these films. Parents I've seen before. I absolutely love. I had to watch it again. I love this film, starring Dennis Quaid. Yeah, I mean Randy Quaid, not Dennis. I always do that for some reason. I think that's his brother. Just about these, so-called normal parents, raising their only child and stuff, and they seem normal, but they've got a hidden secret and stuff. I don't really want to give a whole lot away, but this movie's really good. It's really creepy and fucking weird, and it's just one of those films that you just kind of feel good about watching it after you're done watching it. And I definitely highly recommend it. The cover art is just fantastic. Love it, absolutely love it. Okay, on to this film called Jack Says. It's based on a graphic novel. It's basically about this guy wakes up next to a dead body. He's got amnesia. He doesn't remember who he is and stuff. And basically all he has to go on is this picture in his pocket. It's got an address, and this is happening in England. So, and the address is for this girl. It's basically actually a picture of her tits. And so he goes to see her in Paris and stuff like that. And he's just basically trying to figure out who he is and what's going on, and then he gets himself into a bunch of shit and stuff, and with this mob and blah blah blah. This movie was really not that good. I thoroughly kind of hated this film. Definitely don't recommend it. It was, the whole dream sequences and stuff I thought were cheesy. I thought it was edited really badly. I don't know. There was really nothing about this film that was that salvageable for me. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's two more I've got here. I'm kind of, not looking forward to watching, but I am going to watch them to see if they do get better. But, I don't know. Don't recommend it. Okay, on to some Full Moon stuff. The Ginger Dead Man. Gary Busey is a Ginger Dead Man. The story is, Gary Busey basically kills a bunch of people in this diner. He gets sent to death row, and then he gets electrocuted, and then his ashes get put into this cookie dough, and then hence the Ginger Dead Man forms. Goes on a killing spree, trying to get back at the people that that did basically put him in the chair and stuff. And it's fucking fun, cheesy, really really short. This film's only like 70 minutes, and that was just crazy short to me, but I thought Gary Busey was absolutely hilarious as the voice as a Ginger Dead Man. I highly recommend this. If you're a fan of Full Moon films, like the Puppet Master films and Subspecies and and so on, I definitely recommend this. It's fun. On to The Ginger Dead Man Part 2. The Passion of the Crust, and I piss my pants every time I read that. It's pretty funny. The story takes place about this guy. I think it's kind of like an homage to Full Moon. I would probably say it has something to do with that, but this guy's running the studio, takes over for his dad, and he's just making a lot of shitty movies and stuff, and the whole movie kind of takes place on a movie set, and the Ginger Dead Man, he's back, and he's once again killing, and I thought actually some of the action sequences in this were pretty fucking funny. When the Ginger Dead Man's controlling this robot, and he's shooting at people, and some of the lines, it's so cheesy and fucking stupid, but it's so much fun. I definitely highly recommend this Ginger Dead 2 Man. I have the third one. I've yet to watch it because I was just kind of watching random things all week. But anyways, that's Ginger Dead Man 2. On to Monster Brawl. Now, this movie might as well have been produced by the WWE. It's got this MMA meets monster WWE feel to it. Herb Dean is actually a judge or a referee in this. Basically what it is like all these different type of monsters face off in this tournament to basically fight to the death and find out who the winner is. And there's a bunch of monsters. I can't remember all of them. It's like Wolfman versus Frankenstein and that Swamp Man and shit, and there's like Dracula. I don't know. Anyways, Jimmy Hart from the WWE is actually in this. He's pretty funny, actually. What's his face? Dave Foley is one of the announcers in this movie. He makes the whole fucking movie. He is so funny in this shit. I laughed my ass off through the whole fucking movie because of him. Otherwise, this movie sucked. And the shitty thing about this fucking movie is that they did have two sides of the tournament. And basically, the one side never got finished. There was never a winner. It just went to Frankenstein and Wolfman, or I don't know. to the end, but it was fucking horrible. I thought this movie really sucked, and like Herb Dean, when he gets killed off, I laughed at that, but there was some pretty decent kills, and they do go into like their backgrounds before every fight and stuff, which I thought was pretty funny. But Dave Foley's the only good thing about this film. Don't recommend this piece of shit, so fuck off. And last up, Katarina's Nightmare Theater entry, The House on Sorority Row. Most people have seen this film. I talked about this before in an update. I used to have a VHS copy, which is just fucking horrible. Maybe it was the one I had, but I really enjoy this slasher film. Fucking great 80s shit, you know. Storyline, a bunch of sorority girls pull a prank on their headmistress or whatever the hell that she's called, and they actually end up killing her, and then horror ensues. You know, the friends start dying off one by one, and you know, it's got that typical storyline to it, but it's really entertaining, really good. This transfer is fucking awesome. Really enjoyed it, and highly recommend The House on Sorority Row. Definitely pick this up because I believe it's going out of print. Someone said online that it's going out of print on YouTube. Could have been the Horror Man because he knows everything about it. So I picked it up for a pretty good price, like $10 or $12. So that was good. But anyways, that's another 10 in 10, Volume 5. This is Mood616 signing off, and I'll be back with some more goodness later on. Thanks for watching. Peace.